slogan.
Literally starts with, "What does Kamala do?" That was the first sentence of the joke. And I'm like, "Lord Jesus, please." And it's a joke about how that question, in my opinion, is an insult because we didn't really ask it of Mike Pence when he was running and hiding around the White House and all that stuff.
Yes, I understand you don't watch some of these shows, but they are all shutting down. I will give you more reasons why they are shutting down. Some are already off the air. Some says they are not funny because they are no writers. If you don't know, writers are on strike. Reasons they are not funny again. Comedy is not what used to be. They are all doing the same thing. Like I watched a video recently, the View host Whoopi Colbert made it clear that if you see they are not bringing real programs like they used to do because writers are on strike. Take a look at this.
You know how we're always talking about how we're very different than most other shows? Well, as you know, there is a writer's strike on, and so we don't have writers, okay? So you're going to hear how it would be when it's not, you know, slicked up, okay?
We don't have writers today. We usually do have writers. It sounded like we never have writers.
That's because you're not listening to me.
No, I heard.
That's why we need writers.
That's why.
Yes, before we go into this full analysis, I want to play this. You tell me if this is still funny. I want you to know if some of their writers are doing writing. Take a look at this.
It so happens that we have a comedy writer on staff.
Okay.
And Frank Santapadre, and he has written what I think 3 jokes that Joe Biden can use.
Okay.
Okay, here's one.
So take these, write it down.
Madison Cawthorn wanted to be here, but there was a sale at Victoria's Secret. No? Okay, I'll tell you what's wrong with...
Maybe Madison Cawthorn wanted to be here, but he got stopped at the airport trying to bring in a gun for the 3rd time.
No, that's not as funny as this one. And the reason this is funny...
Not really a joke.
The reason this is funny, but you have to know that he was caught wearing some kind of lady's thing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So you needed to set...
Give us your next one. Give us
Okay.
Let's move on to
All right,
number 2.
let's try this one. Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted to attend tonight, but her tinfoil hat kept setting off the metal detectors. All right, I got one you're going to definitely like now. Okay. America is facing some dark times, but not as dark as Tucker Carlson's testicles.
That's good.
I like that one.
Oh, there we go. And you're winning.
Okay. So I would say that Joe Biden should call Frank Santapadre.
Yes.
And he'll write some jokes for him.
Yeah. I think those are appropriate subjects.
Right,
Those
because
are good.
why? Because the target are these people that are ridiculous.
Yes, Jimmy, Stefan, and Seth Meyers late night comedy shows are shut down as Hollywood writers vote to strike for first time in 15 years due to explosions of streaming services. Going down this article, Stefan, Jimmy, and Seth Meyers will all be off the air immediately. The strike announced by the Writer Guild of America marks the first time in 15 years that production team have halted work. The last strike lasted 100 days and cost Hollywood $2.1 billion. During the 2007 strike, late-night hosts eventually returned to the air and improvised material. Jay Leno wrote his own monologues, a move that angered union leadership. A massive issue disgruntling Hollywood writers is the issue of streaming services and how they have affected the economy of the business, causing people to make less money and working under more strained conditions. Now, this is something that I've seen with some of these people. They bring some of these programs, and if you realize recently, comedy is not like it used to be. They will want to make some kind of jokes. We will really see it like they are not funny. Some of these people I don't even watch. Meyers, a union member, has been particularly vocal in his support for the writers. I love writing. I love writing for TV. I love writing this show, he said on Monday afternoon. I love that we get to come in with that idea of what we want to do every day, and we get to work on all afternoon, and then I have the pleasure of coming out here. No one is entitled to a job in his show business, but for those who have a job, they are entitled to fair compensation. They are entitled to make a living. I think it's a very reasonable demand that being set out by the guide, and I support those demands. Other immediately affected shows include Real Times with B. Maha, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, Saturday Night Live, which Pete Davidson was due to host on Saturday, the final night in the season. SNL Star 2 Deadline. We have to think about our crew too. I absolutely support the writers, and I want the writers to get what they deserve and need, but I don't want our crew to be out of work. We can't make this arc without each other. The decision is accumulation. The decision is accumulation in a month-long battle with studio overpay in the streaming area, the board of directors of the and the council of, so it's a decision they have taken. I know some of you don't pay focus to these woke Hollywood things, but I just had to inform you so you can know what is going on.
Were there any jokes you were most nervous to deliver?
Ooh, the vice president stuff, because...
Yeah. Oh, but it landed so well.
We can say that now.
Yeah, because it took a moment.
The joke literally starts with, "What does Kamala do?"
She grabbed my arm.
That was the first sentence of the joke. And I'm like, "Lord Jesus, please." And it's a joke about how that question, in my opinion, is an insult, because we didn't really ask it of Mike Pence when he was running and hiding around the White House and all that stuff. And I think it was fair to at least point out some of the stuff that she's done from a policy standpoint, but then flip it to sexism. But
Okay, so Real Time with Bima is off the air, like you have seen here, and The View. I believe in few days ago, maybe we will not see them on air. That is what is going on. I decided to bring this so you can see exactly what is happening. I've seen a lot of people saying, don't do videos about these people because they are not funny, they are not. Sometimes we need to do this. There are people that are interested to see what is happening with some of these woke corporations. We cannot ignore them. Yes. Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly.